I mean, to this point in my life, I guess I've been living based off my taste buds, but like thinking more when it really comes down to it, if there is like a healthy and sustainable alternative, then it should obviously be the animals' lives.
So,
Honestly.
when I say vegan, what kind of words come to mind?
No meat.
Yeah, just like not eating a lot of things that I currently eat.
Yeah, being more healthy probably.
You think it's more healthy?
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think that like it's a newer thing, so there's got to be something behind it. There's got to be some reason for it.
Some reason people are doing it, you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So the way I think of veganism is like a social justice movement for animals. So in the same way like feminism is for women or civil rights is for black people, veganism is more like less like a diet and more like a social justice movement for animals.
We were actually just in Wyoming, and we went to stores where they had fur jackets and fur hats, and I was just so against it, and I was just like, this. I was just like kind of like sad to see it, honestly.
So what makes you against fur?
I mean, I just feel like killing animals for people's benefits isn't really beneficial for anyone besides the person buying it.
What do you think?
I mean, when it comes down to it, it's all because of the people that are killing them want to make money, and all the money is going directly to them, and it's only like hurting like animal population and everything like that.
Yeah. Hurting the animal population and also like humans. Like one thing I've been thinking about a lot lately is that, about half of the land in the U.S. is taken up for animal farming, and the farmers are getting a bunch of subsidies from the government to like stay in business because it's not actually a profitable business model. They make so much from subsidies, so it's almost like. But the reason the government doesn't come down on animal agriculture is because animal agriculture pays them for their campaigns and stuff. So it's almost like the farmers and the government are just giving each other money
working together,
at the
basically,
expense of the consumers and the animals.
Yeah.
So how badly do you think animals are treated on farms in the U.S. on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst?
I mean, just from my experience when we went to Wyoming, I saw multiple dogs chained up to poles for like sleds. So they
Iditarod?
So they ran. So in Wyoming, they have like a ton of land, a bunch of snow. So they have like snow sledding with like wolves and like dogs. But when we went there, they were just all chained up and just barking for numerous hours probably.
Yeah, and that sucks, right? Because you don't want to like see an animal suffering,
not at
right?
all.
Yeah, and then also just like I haven't seen it firsthand, but I know with like cows and everything for meat, like certain things that they're putting in their food is not healthy for them, but it like might make their meat great, like better. So they're just doing it out of their own interest.
Yeah, a lot of it's done to just like maximize how fast they're growing. So how, like, you said something about how like eating all your favorite foods are mostly not vegan. Do you think there are vegan substitutes for most things now?
I mean, there definitely are, but honestly, I've not tried it. But I know from my sister who has tried food like that she said there are definitely options for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I kind of was one of those people that was like, I can't go vegan. Like I'm really lazy and I don't like doing things that are hard and I love convenience. So I thought it was going to be really hard, and then I was shocked to find out just how easy it is. Like Nola Po' Boys right there has 3 vegan options. There's websites that like you can put in your location and it shows you where to get food. Yeah. So do you have any like good arguments against veganism?
I mean, in general, nothing specific, but I've heard like people just say that like that's not like a sustainable like diet to like carry out throughout your life.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't tried veganism, so I can't back that up or anything, but I've heard the other side of people saying like it's not healthy for you to do for like a continuous period of time.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that too, and I think that like when you actually look at the science, that it's totally fine. Like the American Dietetic Association says that a vegan diet is healthy for all stages of life, including pregnancy. So in terms of health, like it actually is very healthy for you. The thing is that some people do it and they don't supplement B12, which you have to supplement B12 because meat is one of the only sources of it. Well, protein you can get from plants, but B12, like the animals are supplemented with B12 also. So you're getting a B12 supplement either way, but one is filtered through an animal. So like what would stop you guys personally from just like taking the leap and going vegan?
Just because I've heard from people that went vegan that the food is not as good, obviously. I'm not saying that's not true, but like I don't know how. Like also like going to like a college, I feel like it's like a lot different. Like I go to Villanova, there's not like a lot of vegan
nice.
options.
There's not a lot of dining.
So like I'll go to my
options.
dining hall. I'll be like once a week. I'll get like vegan dumplings, but like that's
It's
all they
it's
offer.
Not a consistent,
It's not like a
it's not a
consistent-
consistent option if I wanted
Yeah.
to like go that path and actually commit to it.
So one thing that I think is interesting is that a lot of people, if you're not looking for options, then you tend to like not really see them. So I'm sure that there are, because presumably there are vegans who go there, right?
Yeah, obviously.
So obviously
100%.
they must have some sort of options
Yeah.
that maybe you just don't know
It's just
about.
limited. It's limited.
Yeah, but then you have to ask, like, what do you think is more important, like your taste pleasure or animals' lives?
I mean, to this point in my life, I guess I've been living based off my taste buds, but like thinking more when it really comes down to it, if there is like a healthy and sustainable alternative, then it should obviously be the animals' lives.
Yeah, and I think that's why I ask people these questions, because it's something that we don't necessarily think about.
No,
Not
not at
something a
all.
lot of people.
And I know it's like hard to answer right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the thing is, a lot of people think that vegans are saying that animals and humans are equal, but what we're saying is that animals' lives have more value than human taste buds, convenience, and habits. Like, is that something you agree with?
No, yeah, I totally agree with something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. If like, as I said, there's ways to like continue with a healthy lifestyle without consuming those things.
Do you know some of like the human harm that animal agriculture causes? Like, have you heard anything about animal farming and pandemics? Because that's kind of what initially got me down the path of veganism.
I mean, not specifically. I know cows produce a lot of methane, which is not good. But past that, I don't really know
yeah.
much.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'll throw out some information. So essentially 75% of new diseases jump from animals to humans. And scientists have said that if you wanted to create another pandemic, you should design a factory farm. So kind of by buying into this system, we're inadvertently paying for something that could easily create another pandemic. I mean, did you guys like being in a pandemic?
Not at all. No.
I did not enjoy it.
not.
No, we had to be
Yeah,
home
neither.
from school and everything like that.
Yeah,
No.
dude, it sucked. I couldn't go to the gym. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, it wasn't
yeah,
good.
so like that's a huge problem. And in terms of the environment, everyone knows about the methane and things. But what a lot of people don't take into account is just the resources these animals consume. Do you know how many livestock we raise and kill for food every year in the world? Like if you had to take a guess.
I'm sure it's a ludicrous
Over millions,
amount.
millions,
Easily
probably.
over
Millions. That's all I can say. Millions.
Easily.
Yeah, so it's billions. It's like 80 to 100 billion.
Okay, yeah.
And if you looked at like the total number of humans that have ever existed, it's
even
around
close to it.
100 billion. So that's what we're killing every year. So if you think about it, they all have to be fed, they have to be watered, they have to take up land. So yeah, it's like this huge resource suck, and it just takes up so much space.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, do y'all have any other questions for me? Any reason you wouldn't be vegan that like maybe you need more persuaded? Like, do you think one person can make a difference?
I think definitely because that one person, they can spread what they've learned to other people, and then that other one person can feel like they can make a difference and continue to spread it. So, I mean, I think it's just like as you're doing right now, just getting the conversation going is a big thing about it. And making
Just
people
like
like
coming
us
up to
aware
like
about it.
like
'cause-
we're random people and you came up to us like you want to do this. I'm like yeah, just
and we had
because
no
like
clue about veganism, and just making us aware about
Aware
more
of it.
things makes
It's
us more
definitely just-
conscious about
yeah.
our habits and the things.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for talking. And I mean, that's why I do this, because like I didn't know this stuff until I saw an activist talking to people, and I was like, oh my god, like
see right in front of you every day.
yeah, we're all raised thinking, or like being told that we need meat and that it's good for us and whatever, but like that I'm just telling people the other side of the story. So here's my last question: if you could live a life where you harmed humans, harmed animals, or harmed neither, which would you choose?
I mean, definitely neither. I feel like
Neither,
that's
probably.
pretty simple to
Neither,
answer. Yeah.
I got neither. Yeah.
So do you
If it's
think being
possible,
vegan would be
obviously.
more in line with that goal?
Yeah, definitely.
I
would
mean,
be.
100%,
Just because you're not
yeah.
harming animals and
Not eating. Them.
not eating
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Any questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
You got
But
Nova or Kansas to win.
yeah,
What?
that's the big
Nova or
question.
Kansas.
Villanova or Kansas.
Villanova or Kansas. You know the right
Shit,
answer.
Villanova.
There we go. Let's go.
Thanks for watching. Please hit that like button, and if you missed yesterday's video, click to the left.